My name is Ashray. So hopefully everyone here gets some real world examples of how you can start using AI in your own workflows. With that, this is a little bit about me. I, in 2014, interned with Goldman Sachs. 2015, worked with MIT Media Labs. 2016, did my master's thesis working on Oculus. Then I was so convinced that in 2016 is like VR is the future. So you should probably not trust me on trends that much. And for the last 4 years, I've been building Rephrase. This is what we were talking about back in 2019. This is a super embarrassing example, but I still love to show it just because I think it's cute.
Has anyone seen Alexa? Let me show you. Hi, Alexa.
Hi, I'm Alexa. It's great to finally be able to have a face-to-face conversation.
We are building the core generative AI platform on top of which all videos will be created in the future. Let me show you just...
And we'll talk about use cases, etc. But I just wanted to highlight that this field wasn't born like 6 months back. There have been some companies which have been building for a really long time to get the space to where it is today. After that demo, we ended up raising our seed round, Series A. And this is a demo of the technology that Rephrase basically builds everything else on top of. I'll play this 1-minute video. Our proprietary generative AI technology is a mapping between voice to video. It's all powered by a really large deep learning model with multiple variations of CNNs in both conventional CNN structures and as generators and discriminators in GANs. We break down input video into frames, identify facial landmarks, and learn both the position and color for every triangle within this mesh. We then reduce the number of dimensions in the final appended data to create a low-dimension representation of the face. Similarly, we break down the audio into its core features and extract low-dimension representation of the audio. Then, we train a network from a low-dimensional representation of the audio to create a low-dimensional lip-sync video. So every time you write text, our AI technology first turns that to audio and creates how a generic human speaks. But this is just the start of a long journey. We then take these lip movements and train another machine learning model with discriminators to create the most visually accurate, high-resolution lip movements. But you wouldn't want to see a professional video just of people's lips moving. We autofill this part and create a full face video of the person, and then autofill the rest of the body. This looks so much better. We then merge the audio that started this whole journey to create the final video from just text. Don't believe me? This entire video that you just watched and audio that you are listening to were both entirely generated through AI. It took us a really long time to just build that technology. For the first couple of years, we basically did not monetize at all. And to set context of why we do this in the first place and why we started the company is everyone in the world wants to watch a video, or at least a majority of the people want to consume content in a video format. But most of us, while creating content, would either want to write a document or make a PowerPoint. Like making a video seems too heavy. So can we use AI as this base layer to let people create content in the manner that people can create it, and then let people consume content in the manner that they want to. This is like that filler layer which combines both of these things. This technology is actually live across some really large enterprises. So it's, again, none of this is POC work here. This is generative AI being used by enterprises today. And I'll show you how they exactly use it. There are two major ways this technology is deployed today. First is personalized content, which is one-to-one communication, and we'll talk a lot more about that. But I'll start with Rephrase Studio, which think of it more as like long-form content. So if you want to create a completely new content, this is how you do it. We think of this as more evolutionary, and personalization is completely revolutionary. So let's start with a smaller jump in the larger scheme of things. There are three ways to create end-to-end content today. First, we have a self-serve platform. You can go to the platform, select one of many different stock actors, select a voice, write some text of what you would want the person to speak, and the video of the person saying that gets created in a few minutes. I want to contrast this with what you would have done without this technology. You would have done actor auditions, and you would have done voice auditions. You would have gotten a studio, then you do have a shoot day, you have post-shoot. It's the process of a few weeks or months now becomes something that you do in 15 minutes. It's insane. But we wanted to make it even easier. So you can just upload a presentation where everything becomes a background, so your editing becomes even simpler. You can then just make very minor tweaks and your video gets rendered like a lot simpler than before. This technology is used across, automatically generating ad content. Some TV companies use it as virtual anchors, explainer videos, L&D content, and many others. One of the things that we recently launched was blog to video, where, and this is something that I'll actually maybe post this session, invite all of you guys to try out yourself, to create your own AI videos. What we do is we take a blog post like this and create different versions of a video, one that can go on your blog, and other versions say, you just write the text and a video that can be made on your blog gets generated, a video that goes on social gets generated, a different one for YouTube, different one for TikTok, and many others. So this blog gets converted into this video. I'll play the video.
The Discover It student card is a card that's perfect for students who want a starter credit card. This card earned a bank rate score of 99. This is because it offers cash back off, no APR for 15 months, and built-in credit monitoring so you can keep an eye on your credit score. However, we took off some points because it doesn't have the rewards perks that other cards have or a sign-up bonus. The Discover It student card is a great option if you're looking for a first card to build credit in college. Make sure to read our full review to learn more about this card.
And that's all AI generated. So let's move to the second part, which is rephrase personalization. Now, this is a fundamental change in how we think of marketing. And let me go some duration back to contextualize this. Every few years, you have a major shift in how marketing works. When people went from, say, TV to the era of TV to the era of social, you started off by just taking the same TV ad that you would create and putting it up on Facebook. Before you actually realize that that's not really the best way of using Facebook, you should use it differently. Because every medium has its strengths. For example, in case of social, you could, for the first time, you could actually, target who you want to send, show the ad to, instead of showing it to everyone, etc. And its own weaknesses. For example, brand marketing versus performance marketing, etc. So you need to adopt to the new medium. We're seeing more and more marketers move to the era of first-party database, given all the privacy concerns and decrease in effectiveness on social media platforms. If say you as a brand have 100 million data points of people that you can communicate with one-on-one, how would you do that today? Now, that's an unsolved problem. Most people do the same thing that they did from the TV to social era, which is that you take the same Facebook ad, that video that you've created, and you send that video to 100 million people over messages. But that's what people do today. That's not really making the best use of what will happen in that transition. So here's our thesis of what happens in this transition is, instead of sending one video to 100 million people, you actually are able to connect your CRM and take, say, one base video creator to create a unique asset for every single person. It's similar to how, as of today, if a company emails me or sends me a marketing message and doesn't even start with my name, right? that email, like probably even Gmail itself is sent to spam. Forget about what will I do to that email. But as of today in videos, we've taken that for granted that that's how it works. But it'll change very, very soon. And we think of it as humanizing communication. For the first time as a brand, you can now connect with your customers or external stakeholders one-on-one and build the kind of relationship that's just not been possible before. And what we mean as customer journey is everything from top of the funnel marketing to sales to customer success. How do we convert this entire journey to a video first journey? Here's a, if there was a playbook and that's how we work with all the brands. Their agencies run a certain guided playbook of mapping out the entire customer journey. So if you're an e-commerce brand, you map out, is awareness your top problem, or say, where in the funnel do you have the largest problem? And at that point, we start by replacing text-first communication by videos, because that's what increases the net effectiveness of the entire journey. I'll show some examples now of in which part of the journey can what else be enabled. This one video that I'm going to show you is the most famous piece of work that we've ever done. Most people know Rephrase for this. Quick background, this campaign actually won the Cannes Lions Award for the best tech advertisement in the world last year. So I'll play this video.
Big businesses and brands that suffered during the pandemic found their way back, but the smaller stores still suffer.
This lockdown has been a real tough phase of my life. I mean, I have seen bad days, but this was the worst.
Last year, we helped small businesses through Diwali. So this year, we decided to bring it back. Presenting not just a Cadbury ad. This Diwali, we helped hundreds of small businesses by making India's biggest brand ambassador be their brand ambassador.
इस दिवाली आप भी ना अपने पास वाले फैशन और एम्पोरियम से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना, और फिर एम्पायर फुटवेयर, नाम तो सुना होगा, अपना स्टाइलिश चश्मा बगल वाले हेवन आई ऑप्टिशियन से ही लेना, सिद्धिविनायक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स से लेटेस्ट स्मार्टफोन खरीदकर धमाकेदार सेल्फी पोस्ट करना।
क्या कर रहे हो? मीठा लाए कि नहीं?
लाए हो ना यार, अपने पास वाले रोशन किराना से। आप भी अपना मीठा वहीं से लेना।
We used machine learning to recreate Shah Rukh Khan's face and voice to take the local store names in the ads.
इस दिवाली आप भी ना अपने पास वाले चॉइस ऑफ फैशन से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना, पास वाले आजकल फैशन से ही, रॉयल फैशन से ही, MK क्लॉथ्स से ही, पास वाले लक्ष्मी कलेक्शन से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना। इस दिवाली आप भी ना अपने पास।
Different versions of the same ad with local store names were targeted as per the PIN code of the viewer, showing them only the nearby stores. But it is impossible to cover all the stores. So we gave the power to the people to create their own version of not just a Cadbury ad. Any small business owner could promote their stores through their own social media networks like WhatsApp forwards and other social media pages.
मैं भी नहीं सोचा था कि शाहरुख खान मेरी दुकान गाइड करे।
हमारे आसपास की जो दुकानें हैं, उनकी दिवाली भी तो मीठी होनी चाहिए।
Cadbury celebrations, not just a Cadbury ad.
I think this is what happens when you pair the geniuses from creative agencies like Ogilvy to work with really powerful technologies. The impact of this was very clear. And this is an example of what I mean by revolution in marketing, right? Mondelez did not have to be the only ones distributing that ad. As a result of this campaign, over 120,000 videos were created. So there were over 100,000 stores in the country, AI generated videos for their stores. As a result of which, if you assume they sent it to 100 people and 1,000 people each, the amount of distribution that you get for free for your brand just by using innovative technologies like this is insane. This also led to a 35% growth in business for Mondelez, which was the highest that they'd had in the last 5 years of this particular product line. But this is just one example. I'll skip this example in awareness and get to interest. I will probably just play this video and then contextualize this. This is also in Hindi, unfortunately, so you'll have to read the subtitles.
प्रियंका जी, कैसी हो? क्या आपको पता है लक्ष्मीपति साड़ीज और फ्लिपकार्ट तैयार हो गया है इस फेस्टिव सीजन की खरीदारी के लिए? ये है बिग बिलियन डेज की चीट शीट.
So let me explain what happened here. Let's assume Flipkart it's a large e-commerce company in India. Let's assume Amazon as an equivalence here. So and big billion day is equivalent to a prime day here. So let's say what Amazon did was instead of just sending generic emailers, they understood which person likes what product. So say Shravan, my friend in the audience, let's say he wants to buy an iPad and Ashray wants to buy a hoodie. Then Shravan gets a personalized video from Flipkart saying, hey Shravan, this Prime Day, go buy an iPad, here's 20% off. And I get a personalized video to me saying, hey Ashray, go buy a hoodie, here's 30% off. And this makes your recommendation engine significantly more effective by actually layering it with a more effective communication medium. So this is interest. And let's talk about action. This is controversial. Some people think it's too invasive. I don't have a particularly hard opinion on this. It's a brand's call. It is effective though, it works. The example here is, imagine you're a brand. Let's say I am a shopper on Biko, which is a D2C company. I add a product to my cart and I don't complete the checkout. As of today, in a few hours, I get a personalized video which looks like this.
Hi Shivam. I'm sure you love our Biko products, but I noticed that you added some products to your cart but didn't buy them. I totally get it. Sometimes you're about to click buy and you remember something and leave. But let me know if you need any assistance with the product information or at the checkout. Take care.
Let's move to the next journey, which also is slightly controversial, but I think I really love this. This was an author who wanted to connect with his audiences and his readers one-on-one and basically continue to add people to his community rather than just like a one-time book purchase of sorts. Here's the video.
Hey Harshal, thank you so much for buying my first book. This means so much to me. I hope you enjoy the book just as much as I enjoyed writing it for you. Please do share your feedback with me. All the best with everything and keep doing epic shit.
Cool. Moving on to the last one, and I know I'm running over time, is upselling, where and this is how we work with another beauty brand, where if you purchased one product, they are then able to send you recommendations of some of the other beauty products that go with that one thing to hopefully continue to have you as a customer. I'll probably skip the video for now. One final thing that I should mention, we've in the last couple of years worked with every single large celebrity in India multiple times by now. And we've been able to do that by establishing ourselves as a platform which does the right thing. The end goal of this platform is only to be used as a technology that helps scale up time and not as a technology that enables you to do things that you would typically not want to do. So people are always, the face of the video is always in control of what's getting said. They approve the scripts of what gets sent out. They approve the first video and they approve the first 5 variations of video to make sure that they're comfortable with what goes out. This is really important because what we enable in a lot of these cases is something that people would have wanted to do for a really long time, which is to communicate with communicate with people one-on-one, but it's just never been possible before. And that's what we make possible. And that's it from me. It is possible to batch process things. And we do batch processing at 2 aspects. First is creating, say, like videos for a website, which would be a few tens or few hundreds in number typically, because like you won't mass create stuff. And the second is actually batch creating personalized videos of like one-to-one communication scale. For batch creating personalized videos at this extent, we support creating up to 500,000 videos a day. So on this one, we support really high scale on creating for like particular, like for a few tens or hundreds of videos. That's a much smaller scale typically. If you just want to have fun, we launched a blog to video, which enables you to create a video of any blog that you want. So you should scan this QR code. This will take you to a landing page where you can just fill in a type form with any link, like any blog link that you've written or say you love reading, and feel free to just like give it a shot. As a customer, again, there are 2 different methods in which people use the platform today. First is just using a stock actor, where like, okay, I'm happy with using a stock actor, I just want to make a video for me. In which case, anyone can go to our website. There's a simple $25 per month plan. You can sign up, start to create video content. The second is that you want to add your own yourself as a face of the platform. As of today, we support, like, we typically get our customer success team involved to make sure that the shoot happens right. It's 10 to 15 minutes of video recording that needs to happen in the right setting. That allows us to create these clones. We're introducing the ability to shoot with webcams and create very, very easy clones in a couple of weeks. And in our labs, we also have a technology that allows to clone with as little as 10 seconds of video data. So our end goal is to make this process as simple as like Face ID, but that's, I think, a couple of months out. But short answer, as of today, you would have to reach out to our customer success team. All this technology honestly does is make it easier. If a government wanted to do it, it could do it 5 years back as well. It would just have to spend 1,000 times the amount of money, which won't block a government from doing it. Now the real risk is that the kind of like say risky stuff that a government could have done before, now a lot more people can do it because this technology makes it accessible. So there are very, very valid risks which we have to defend against. Again, there are the risks are of two types. First, if you make a random person on that platform say anything, it's bad, and we put lots of filters to try and avoid it. But the risk with that is significantly lower because you're making a random person in the world say something like, who cares? People say anything. The real risk is if I take, say, like a political candidate, or if I take, say, like an important government person or a CEO of a large company and make them say stuff, or like say cloning your family members and sending videos of them, right? Like all of that is like very, very real stuff. The way we defend against that today is by ensuring that the process of adding a new face to the platform is very well guarded. So you could not say, for example, just pick up video off the internet, put it onto our platform and create digital avatars and make that person speak something else. That's not allowed. That's just not possible with this technology today. In fact, if you think about that problem, everyone's interests are actually surprisingly aligned. Because let's imagine, say, we're working with a really big celebrity for a very important brand, and Rephrase is the one powering this technology. And say customers are like yet another, the fourth important people in this channel. It is in no one's interest for this to go wrong. Like, the brand doesn't want this to go wrong because it affects brand reputation that they've built for a really long amount of time. The celebrity has, like, again, built their reputation, so they want to be very careful about it. And to get this right is an existential thing for Rephrase. So in a majority of the cases, we actually just upfront disclose that the video that you're seeing is AI generated. Because that really helps build the trust, which is important for everybody in the process. Like, no one benefits by hiding this information. I'm happy to talk a lot more about this, but those are some quick thoughts.